Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, smash the like button. Let's get the likes on this video up there. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. I see a lot of support. You guys supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support. You know how much it means to me. Keep smashing that like button, guys. It really helps, as you guys are aware. Keep supporting the channel, as you guys always do, and I always remind you as well. And all of you guys, show your love, show your support, guys. I've had a family gathering today, so that's why I was unable to do a live. I don't know what's happening over the last couple of days. I've been really busy, but don't worry about it. There will be a live coming. Just stay tuned, and I will definitely do a live when I get some time. If I get some time tomorrow, I'm not going to promise it, but I think Wednesday would probably be the ideal day that I'll get some time. But over this weekend, I've been really busy, and like I said, it had some family over as well. So unfortunately, I didn't get time. I thought I'd do it over the weekend, but unfortunately, it just didn't get the time. But guys, what I want to talk about in this video is, and guys, if I'm not doing the live, I am doing the video. So I am trying to, be as consistent with the videos, even if we're not doing the live, because with the lives we need time. We need to do at least an hour and a half. So if I can, sometimes it's difficult to find that time, but don't worry about it. I am, like I said, on it, and as you guys know, I always eventually find some time to do the live. So don't worry, stay tuned, stick in there, and we will go back live soon. Guys, Caleb Plant has come out after the Canelo Alvarez loss. And I like Caleb Plant. I've got a lot of respect for Caleb Plant. I think Caleb Plant is a very good fighter. I think he did very well against Canelo. I think he just came up against a phenomenon of his era, and he got beat. There's no shame in that. Caleb Plant tried his best. Unfortunately, he wasn't good enough against Saul Canelo Alvarez. Very few are. There's no shame in losing to Saul Canelo Alvarez, and there's no shame Caleb Plant losing to Alvarez. I think Alvarez, like I said, is right now, without question, for me, the best out there. So, Plant tried his best. He came up short, but I like what I heard from Caleb Plant, and that's what I like. I don't like a guy making a lot of money and then going off into the sunset, just disappearing. Billy Joe, for example. It was sad that Billy Joe had a lot of talent, and unfortunately, after the loss against Canelo, he's disappeared and he's put on weight. And, he can enjoy his life. He's done well, Billy Joe, but I think there was a lot more, and I think there's a lot more big fights out there for him. But unfortunately, Billy Joe doesn't seem like he's got the hunger anymore, for boxing. And I like to see Billy Joe fight, because Billy Joe's got character. He's funny. He's a character. A lot of people don't like Billy Joe. They think, but I actually think people like that are good for boxing, because I know he does some crazy stuff as well, but actually he's got great personality, in the sense that he's funny. He definitely puts bombs on seats, and that's what we need. And I hope Billy Joe does come back. Obviously he suffered a severe injury, or serious injury with his eye. So let's see if Billy comes back. But Caleb Plant, on the other hand, he lost to Canelo, but he wants to still fight on, and you can see the hunger there and desire. He feels like this is just the start of his career, and he's called out Benavidez, he's called out Charlo. He wants the smoke. He wants that smoke. Caleb Plant wants that smoke. Caleb Plant wants that smoke. And Caleb Plant wants to fight Benavidez, Charlo. Wants to fight all the top guys, and you got to respect that. And that's why I like Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant always, for me, is a fighter. He's a throwback fighter. He wants to fight everybody. And that's why I've got a lot of respect for Caleb. He's not just in it for the big payday against Canelo. He wants to create a legacy. He wants to show that he's great. And, he performed very well against Canelo. I think he was impressive. I thought he did very well. He did very well. Listen, sometimes you come up against a fighter that's just too good. You come up against a fighter that's too good, and you accept it. Yeah, I got beat by the better man. Canelo Alvarez is the best of my generation. He's too good. He beat me. But Caleb Plant doesn't want to rest on his laurels. He wants to go out there and prove that, you know, he's still a great fighter. He wants to create a legacy. He wants to beat Charlo. He wants to beat Benavidez. And let's not forget, Canelo Alvarez is probably going to vacate those belts. There's going to be opportunities for these guys to fight again. And Canelo Alvarez is probably not going to come back down to 168. So this is going to give people like Plant, Benavidez an opportunity to potentially become an undisputed in their own right. Charlo, all of these guys could have a great triangle and fight each other. You know, hopefully we can get Andrade in the mix as well. You know, so there's some big fights to be made, guys. You know, there's some serious fights out there to be made, and we want to see them made. Caleb Plant, you know, we lost to Canelo. There's no shame. There's no shame. But, you know, now that he wants to fight the other guys, he knows that, you know, he's been to the top. And what I mean by that, he's fought the best in the world. Right, he knows he's got a loss on his record. So it's not about protecting himself. He's thinking to himself that even if I've lost now, I haven't got an undefeated record, I want to fight the best. I want to get in with the best. He's not like he got injured like Billy Joe did. He was, you know, he came out injury-free. Yeah, it was a tough fight. It wasn't an easy fight, and he got stopped in the end. But, you know, he put in a great performance. He didn't disgrace himself. Some people actually thought he was winning prior to the knockdown. Not me. But Caleb Plant did very, very well. You know, he wants the big fights. He wants to fight Benavidez. He wants to fight Charlo, and that's what we want. We want all these guys. And Benavidez might want to fight Caleb as well. You know, that's a good fight. Maybe they should make that fight next. Caleb v Benavidez. That's a great fight. Why not have that next? You know, I personally think Caleb could outbox Benavidez. I'm not that high on Benavidez like some people are. I do think Benavidez is a good fighter, but I don't think he's as great as what some people are making him out to be. Like he's this kind of monster and he's just going to walk through everybody. No, no, no. Look, Caleb Plant wants those fights. And Benavidez should look to fight Caleb Plant, and so should what's his name, Charlo. They're big fights. But Charlo said about Benavidez, well, Benavidez hasn't even got a belt. He's probably going to say the same about Caleb Plant, to be honest with you. And it's disappointing because Jamal Charlo isn't fighting. Like, did Montiel have a belt? Montiel didn't have a belt, did he? Derevyanchenko didn't have a belt, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he fought those guys. But yeah, he's not willing to fight Benavidez because he hasn't got a belt. He's not willing to fight, like probably not going to be willing to fight Caleb Plant because he hasn't got a belt. But yeah, he's willing to fight Montiel, who hasn't got a belt. You know, so it's kind of like boxing fans. Like, I like Jamal Charlo. I like the Charlos, to be honest with you. I actually made a lot of videos saying that I like them. I like their energy. I like their positivity. But the thing is like, we want to see you fight. Jamal Charlo said that he could beat Canelo. Jamal Charlo say, I see weaknesses in Canelo. I can beat him. If that's the case, then surely if you see weaknesses in Canelo, then you sure see weaknesses in Caleb Plant. You know, when Jamal Charlo was ringside at the Caleb Plant fight, he said Canelo's tired. He said, I can beat Canelo. So if he thinks he can beat Canelo, then surely he thinks he can beat Caleb and Benavidez, because Canelo Alvarez is the best in the world. So I want to see these guys start fighting each other, to be brutally honest with you. We need to see these guys starting to fight each other. You know, this middleweight division and the super middleweight division. Even if it means these guys, you know, Charlo and Caleb Plant, you know, that Charlo's at 160, even if it means that they're all, you know, jumping up weight classes. And, well, obviously Caleb can't come down to 160, he's too big. But Charlo and Andrade and all these guys can move up to 168 and challenge all these guys. Look, they're all in the same position. They're all looking to create a legacy. They all want these big fights. Fighting each other, they'll make more money. They'll make a name for themselves. It makes a lot of sense for them. So they should all fight each other, man. They should all fight each other. It makes a lot of sense. They'll make money. They'll also create a legacy, and most importantly, they'll give the fans the fight they want, and the fans will appreciate them in the future because they know that they fought the best. They fought each other. Right now, boxing fans have an opinion about these fighters that they don't fight the best. They look to protect their records. They don't fight each other. So boxing fans are quite frustrated. Boxing fans are not happy because they don't feel like they get the fights that they want. If these guys change that trend, start fighting each other, boxing fans will have a different opinions about these top tier fighters. We want to see the best fight the best. That's what boxing fans want. Boxing fans don't want anything else apart from the best fighting the best. If the boxing fans get that, they'll be happy. That's why the UFC fans are happy with their fighters, because the best fight the best. There's no ducking, no dodging. They fight the best. They fight each other. And that's what boxing fans want from their fighters. They want the fighters to fight each other. They'll be happy. Boxing fans aren't, listen, they rather have things free. But boxing fans don't mind paying for stuff that they feel's worth it. Now, the reason why a lot of boxing fans are unhappy with this Khan Brook fight is because they think it's 5 years too past his best. And they know that there was a time for this fight where this fight could have been a humongous fight. What I mean by that is Amir Khan, Kell Brook 5-6 years ago could have been done over 1 million pay-per-view buys in the UK and sold out 80,000 people. So the reason why fans are upset is because they know that the fight's not that big anymore. So nobody would have been complaining. Nobody would have been complaining if that fight had happened 6 years ago and they would have had to pay 20 quid for it. Now it's different because now they feel that the fight's not as big as it once was. And fans can't accept that. They find it hard. And we don't want these guys like Caleb Plant, Jamal Charlo, Andre to get in that position where fans are like, no, these guys are washed up. They're just looking in for a payday. Like the Khan and Brook situation. You know, a lot of people compare the Khan Brook situation to Mayweather-Pacquiao. No, it's completely different. Khan and Brook aren't world champions. Khan and Brook are guys that are way past it and nowhere near championship level anymore. Mayweather and Pacquiao were still two of the best fighters in the world. They were world champions, both of them. They were great fighters at that particular point on a world stage. And this is what I'm saying. Sometimes fighters can diminish so much that they're not even longer world-level fighters. And this is the problem. This is what we don't want with these modern day fighters like your Andres, like your Charlos, and none of these guys are spring chickens. None of these guys are young. All of these guys are they're old. Like old in the sense they're in the near 30s or over 30. So that's getting on a little bit. As a boxer, you've only got up till 35, 36 before most fighters, even in this current era where, you know, they can go on longer because of the science and the diet and all of that. Even then, your body, once you get to a certain age, your body starts to deteriorate, irrespective of what you have and what scientists you have and what nutritionists and training, whatever you do, your body starts to deteriorate after a certain age. It's only human nature. You start to slow down. So the problem I have is that a lot of these guys are getting 30 plus and they're going to start slowing down, and they haven't even had it. Like Andre, he's old, man, and he's not had any defining fights yet. And he's already 34, is it? So this is the problem. And hopefully these guys can get their act together and start fighting one another and giving the fight fans what they want. The fight fans want to see them fight each other. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you want to see Caleb Plant fight Benavidez and Charlo. Let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.